what we are going to discuss in today's webinar is for people who are on PGWP and PGWP expiring very soon. What are the various PR options? So this is a topic that we are going to discuss. There are about 4 to 5 techniques that people can go for if their PGWP is coming to an end. Okay, so again, for each case, these 4 to 5 techniques may or work or may not work. One of the question people who are in PGWP ask, whether it is at the starting of the PGWP or almost at the end of the PGWP, what they ask is it a good idea to change province so that they can get PR faster? This is one standard question people ask me in most of the consultation calls. So moving to other province, how it works is, um, let's say if you are in Ontario and you wanted to move to, let's say, Nova Scotia or to Alberta. So in such case, what happens is, just because you got a job in Nova Scotia or in Alberta or any other province, in fact, it doesn't qualify you to get a PR. Most of the PRs which are dependent on the province are PNP based PR pathways. So you need to get PNP first. And PNPs are always job offer based. So if you get a job offer in some province, you need the support of your employer to get the PNP sponsorship, and then the employer should help you to finish all the PNP nomination process and also sponsor your PR. But getting a job, if the employer doesn't sponsor, there is no use even if you move to the other province. And after moving to the other province, why will anybody sponsor you immediately? That is the very first question you should ask yourself. Employers will try to exploit. They always try to, because let's say if your PGWP is valid for the next 2 years, then they try to give a job offer. They tell you, hey, I will sponsor you, but you have to work with me till you get your PR. That is what the condition they put. So many a time what they do is they make you work for 1.5 year, and then they either try to sponsor you or they tell you that we can't sponsor. So all your dreams or your plan of going to other province will go waste. This is what I have been observing in many of the provinces. They just tell that they will sponsor you, but many a time they don't really sponsor you. They make you work for 1 to 2 years, and then if they're good or if they're ethical, they try to do the sponsorship. But even if they do the sponsorship, they will do in the last 6 months of your PGWP. Okay, so moving to other province might not be a good idea. Okay, that is what my personal opinion is. Unless you have very close connections who are ready to sponsor you, immediately. Okay, so then we will go for the first, 5 techniques which I was mentioning to you. So if your PGWP is expiring, let's say in the next 6 months it is expiring, then option number one is, if you are already married, okay, then what you can do is you can have your spouse get a study permit for 1 year course. Thereby, you will get the open work permit for the next 2 years. So that is the first option that you can. You will end up spending about $10,000 to $15,000, which is worth investing. But this will apply only for those who are married. If you are married and your PGWP is coming to an end, maybe in the next 6 months it is going to end, and your score is very less compared to the cutoffs that are happening. So the first option that you can explore is, if you are married, have your spouse come to Canada if she did not come on on an SOWP and have her take up a study permit by doing some course for namesake in some public community college, and then go for an open work permit based on your spouse status. And then when your spouse gets PGWP, your open work permit will be renewed. Your SOWP will be renewed. So this is option number one, and this works only for those who are married. Okay. The second option which you can explore is, let's say you are about at 480, 490 kind of score, but the express entry draws are not coming with a cutoff in 400s, but they're always going in 500s. But any score above 480 is always a healthy score. So if you wait for few draws to happen, you will always get an opportunity to get an ITA. But then you have to keep waiting for those draws to happen. So what you can do is, if your PGWP is coming to an end, maybe in the next 3 to 4 months, or to be on the safer side, apply for a visitor visa. Okay, you will have TRV till the end of your PGWP, but it is better to apply for a visitor visa so that you will get it for the 10 years visa. So that will help you to stay back in Canada, even if your PGWP status expires, so that you can wait for draws to happen. And then when you get the draw, you can apply for a bridge open work permit. And when you get the bridge open work permit, you will always be able to, continue working. And then you will wait for PR to happen, and then you can continue to work with the same employer even after you become a PR. But then this option, the disadvantage is you will not be able to work for the employer till the time you get ITA, because on a visitor visa status, you cannot work. So this is the downside of this technique, but it will help you to stay in Canada legally and wait for draws to happen, and wait till you get the ITA in the next 6 months. And then, the rest is you'll get PR, and you will get bridge open work permit as soon as you get your ITA. Okay, but then you have to figure out, when you are on a visitor visa, how can you survive, etc., etc., etc. That you can figure out maybe by doing some cash jobs, or maybe by doing a C2C contract role, depending on the profession that you are in. That is option number 2. Option number 3 is, this is a hack which you can use. Let's say if you are on a PGWP, and if you are also working in a job, and if PGWP expires, you can't continue working in the job. But if you don't want to leave the job for the next few months, or if you are confident that you'll be able to get the invitation in the next 2 to 3 months, then what you can do is, maybe like 1 week before your PGWP expires, you can apply for PGWP extension. Okay, so you are completely aware that PGWP extension won't be given, but even though we are aware that PGWP extension cannot be given, you still apply for PGWP extension, because as per Canadian immigration law, any visa applied while your previous visa is active, you will continue to maintain the status of your previous visa till the time you get decision of the latest visa you applied. So since PGWP extension will take about 3 to 4 months time to come, for the next 3 to 4 months, you will continue to maintain the status of PGWP till you get the refusal of PGWP extension. So till that 4 months, you can make money, because you will continue to work in the job that you are in. And this you can implement this hack, you can implement only if you are working, because we don't want to lose the job. We can make some money while you have the job. But if you don't have a job, this hack doesn't make any sense, because what is the use of applying for a PGWP extension, because you don't do anything when you don't have a job. But if you have an active job, you're getting paid decent, then to ensure that you get paid for the next 3 to 4 months, better to apply for PGWP extension, so that you can extend your status at least till the time you get the decision on the extension, for around 3 to 4 months of time. This is the next option that you have. And the fourth option is very obvious option. So you can try to get an LMIA. Try to see if you find an employer who is ready to sponsor you. 90% of the cases, most of the LMIAs are money linked. They don't give you actual jobs, again, depending on the profession. But this option, LMIA option, is very costly for you, because 90% of the employers charge money to give you LMIA, and that is also closed work permit. There are lots of pains and gains with that LMIA. Um, but if you have money, you can opt for it. But if you don't have money, then this option is going to be extremely costly for you. Okay, so these are the standard four, you know, tips and tricks that you can use to find out or figure out your PR pathways. So what we will do is, with these four as a premise for this discussion, we will go case by case, because again, depending on the case, we have to change the strategy. We'll go case by case for each one of you, and then try to figure out what is the best strategy for you to get a PR. And then we'll see what best can work out. Who would like to go first? Yeah, Deepa.
Hi, good morning.
Good
Good.
morning.
So my score is 492, and
Okay.
my PGWP expires on March 2nd, 2024.
Okay. So you
And
have 2 more months, almost like
yeah,
1.5 month.
yeah, just about a month.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was
So
thinking
you
for
are.
an extension, the dummy extension that everyone was talking about, and
Hmm.
that gives me that some time to wait for a few more draws to get the score to 490. But since they are inviting only 1,000 candidates every draw for now, I was wondering if they would issue draws where they would invite around 4,000 candidates. If that's the case, then I think I would be able to get the ITA soon, but I'm not sure.
So what job do you have right now?
I am into tier one category, and my employer is also ready to give me LMIA, but it's now only 1 month left, so I'm not sure should I if it's feasible to proceed with that. And she
Yeah,
is
for
insisting.
LMI, all you need is 1 to 2 weeks time. So you don't need
Oh,
much.
okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was also hesitant to proceed with that option because she has given me a condition to work for 3 years more with her if
Hmm.
she helps me with the LMIA, my employer.
I
So
see.
that is why I was a bit hesitant to move with that option because then I would be bound for 3 years.
What the job it is?
It's a marketing specialist job.
Marketing specialist. So it
Uh,
doesn't come under STEM category, right?
no, yeah, it's not in any category right now.
Okay, so then you have to depend on the general draw.
Yeah.
So general draw cutoff is presently, but if since it is 492, you will have, you just need to wait for your luck for the next draws to happen. But yeah, you
Mhm.
go for extension, dummy extension. At least
Yeah,
you can buy time till mid of next year.
till mid of next year. So would it
Not
be?
next, 2024, this year.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so that is what I was hoping to do, to wait for draws. But if you have any idea, like, can the draws go down? Like, would they invite around 3,000 or 4,000 invitations like they used to do last year?
Yeah, since now they're, see, for the next 2 months at least, they are in the process of revamping and tightening all, you know, people who are on PGWP and who are on study permits. So at least for the next 2 months, there won't be any draws with a bigger number of invitations issued for sure,
Okay.
because they are still in the cleanup mode. But
Okay.
I still have the gut feel in the next 3 to 4 draws, they might come closer to 480.
Oh, okay. That's a good
This is
score.
my gut feel. So, um, so again, you have to wait for your luck. Go for dummy extension. That is the best possible way.
Okay.
And also for LMIA,
Mm-hmm.
um, I can give you one advice. I would suggest you take up the LMIA,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Because that way you will become a PR immediately because you will get 50 points, right?
Right. Right.
So you will be above 500 and the chance of getting a PR immediately is very high. Now,
Oh,
about 3 months contract, 3 years contract.
yeah.
See, even though companies are very ambitious to keep you for 3 years, what
Mm-hmm.
happens is many a time they lay off people. I haven't seen any employer who he has retained an employee for 3 years continuously. And even as per employment law,
Mm-hmm.
uh, they cannot, no employer can ask you to sign a bond or to commit for 3 years. At
Right.
least for the
Yeah.
sake of getting they ask for oral commitment for sure. So it is going to be your oral commitment. I don't think they will put anything on paper
Mm-hmm.
to, you know. So my suggestion is to take up that, agree to the terms, at least
Mm-hmm.
orally or whatever documentation they give you. Get your
Okay.
PR figured out first, and
Mm-hmm.
then when once you become a PR, we can always figure out what to do next.
Okay. So is there are no chances of rejection in LMIA?
No,
Okay.
I
They don't
haven't
reject
seen any
LMIA application.
because LMIs can be issued even without a candidate name.
Okay.
That's called as a no-name LMIA. So when
Mm-hmm.
once we submit your profile, resume, and everything, then they will add name on the LMIA. So the chances of LMIAs getting rejected is less than 1%.
Oh, great. Okay. I was under the impression that they get rejected faster than, since a
No,
lot of people are doing undocumented or just for money.
my suggestion is to agree to your employer conditions,
Mm-hmm.
get LMIA, get 50 points, get PR faster, and then you can figure out what to do next. And I'm 200% sure no employer will retain you for more than 1 or 2 years, because not every business goes in a profitable mode, and sometimes
Right.
they have to lay off people, right? So there are so
Got
many
it.
things.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the advice.
Yeah. Who can go next? Yeah. Hustler.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Okay, so with me, I'm working in a tier 5 job. My CRS is 401, and my permit is expiring on the 15th of March. And
Oh,
mhm, and I've been trying to look for an LMIA, which is at this point the market is flooded because everyone is looking for it. I haven't been lucky, so yeah. I I don't
so
know.
401. Did you max out IELTS?
Not really. It was
Okay.
12,977.
Okay. 977.
That was
So
Celpip.
Salpip. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if you, let's say if you get CLB 9 in
Mm-hmm.
Salpip,
Mm-hmm.
how much CRS score you are going to get?
I think it was 470 something.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Okay.
last time I checked. Mm-hmm.
Okay, 470. So from 401 to 470, it will jump to if you max out your IELTS, meaning
Because
CLB 9, self-pip.
I was adding in my spouse as well.
Okay. The
Mm-hmm.
spouse will impact only up to 15 points. So at this stage, I think 15 plus or minus is not going to make big impact. Only when you are closer to the cutoff, those 15 points will make a big impact.
Okay.
Uh, but if you max out your cell pip, which means cell CLB 9, if you are going to get 472, then with a single application, you'll get closer to 490. Is that correct? Did you do that math?
No, it was not for a single application, the 472.
472 is for single application or family?
Family.
Family, yeah. If it is single application, the score will increase. If your cell
Oh,
pip is 9, and if it is a simple single application, then your score will jump to 472 plus 15 to 17 points. 482, 489 is what you will get. If it is 489, 491 is what you will max out. But you should try to get CLB 9 in your cell pip. That is option number one. But if you don't get CLB 9, then I don't think even LMI is going to help you much. It will only help you to stay in Canada and to work for that employer, but you won't get PR easily, because if you add 50 points to your 401, it will be
mhm.
still be 472. So you said it is tier 5 job. Was it a trade job or
Yeah,
non-trade job?
it's a trade job. It's retail.
Okay. Didn't you get certificate of qualification?
No.
Yeah. Which trade it is?
I'm working at one of the stores.
If you are working at one of the stores, then it is not a trade job. Store supervisor is tier 2, not tier 5.
Well, I'm a cashier, so it's tier 5.
Okay, you are cashier and not supervisor. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
then it is not a trade job, so you won't get a COQ. And even an LMIA is going to be difficult for you. See, it's IELTS or CELPIP. That is, if you get CELPIP or
Mm-hmm.
IELTS, CLB
Mm-hmm.
9 plus LMIA, then you will
Mm-hmm.
have high chance of getting a PR. But you have to do both, CLB
Okay.
9 and also LMIA. Then you will come closer to the cutoff and then you become a PR. But if you get LMIA but can't get your CLB 9, then also it is not useful. You will just keep working with that employer. And did the employer, whoever you are working as cashier, agree to do LMIA or no?
No, I'm actually actively looking. So on a side note, I have an employer. It's just because now they had tests that I was supposed to do so that they could take me. They were willing. And then
Mhm.
they were asking me what are the requirements for the LMIA. So I had to go and do my homework and find out what they need for the LMIA. I haven't communicated with them because I was still waiting for my results. But then because they had said that they're ready to take me at any point,
Mhm.
it's tier 2 job. So now I'm thinking my results just came like this weekend. Is it wise for me to tell them what the LMIA, because it's quite a big list of the requirements, or I get into the system, though I know my permit is expiring like 15th of March, and then I'll tell them the LMIA conditions.
Mhm.
What would be wise? Because they're ready to take me at any point, but the LMIA, they have to decide based off what they're supposed to bring to the table.
Are they asking for any money?
No, they have no idea what an LMIA is. So they said you must tell us what the requirements are. So I had to confirm with an IRCC agency, and then they told me the requirements. So I'm still to tell the employer what they're supposed to provide for the LMIA.
Then go for it. Go for it. At least for the next 2 years, you will be on the safer side if it comes with a real job.
Mm-hmm.
Then you
Okay,
can
but
slowly figure out your PR.
okay, but my point is the employer said they don't know what an LMIA is. So I went and did the homework to look out for what is required from the employer. Otherwise, they were ready to take me like for formal employment because I have my work permit. So I'm saying like when I approach them, is it wise to tell them what the LMIA is required, or I first get employed, then I'll tell them after I'm in the system so that I don't cut off my chances to form a relationship with them?
Yeah, so you need last PD7A, last 12 PD7A statements,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then need company registration documents, and you need uh, job posting done in job bank, and you need good standing letter from auditor, and you need financial documents of the company for the last 3 years. These are the documents that your employer should get the ready and then submit LMIA application. That's it. All this can happen in a week if you submit the LMI application with all the 5 documents mentioned. And of
Mm-hmm.
course, from your side, you need your resume, and you need past experience documents, offer letters, pay stubs, etc. That's it. And then the ESDC will call for an interview with the employer, and they will ask you what is the need for the job posting. Standard interview will be there, and then they will immediately grant the LMIS within a week.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you can note down those points, and that will come handy when you talk to your employer.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Surya Teja.
Hi, sir. Firstly, good evening. I know you're in India right now. Uh, well, my case is pretty much similar to the earlier one of Deepa, but you've pretty much answered all of my questions. But I still want to share with you my case, just to make sure I'm not missing out on anything else. Well, I've got my post-graduation work permit like 10 months back. I still have 2 years, 2 months left with me on my visa application. So I'm pretty much on the smoother side. I've been working at Shoppers Drug Mart as a retail sales supervisor. It's a knock type 2 job, right? For the past 10 months. So I'll be finishing my 1560 hours in the next 2 months. Well, my employer said yes to me to offer me with the low wage LMIA thing. Since I'm on my open work permit, right? I've also been part of your NCPL thing. So I'm trying to break into my IT thing also. So he verbally asked me to like stay with him for the next roughly 2 years, like verbally bound, partially bound. Since I'm also in talks with one of my Telugu lawyers to start the processing for LMIA. Of course, he's charging me a little bit. If I start my LMIA thing, right, how long it's going to take for me to get the LMIA approved? And roughly, and my points right now are somewhere between 455 to 445 to 450. If I've given my IELTS, I'm expecting to score 8 or 8777 or something like that. If I max it out, I'll be getting 450. With the LMI, I'll be getting 500, right? So how long would it take roughly to get my LMI approved if I start my processing next month? Let's say mid of Feb. And once I get my LMIA, should I stay with him forever, or is it okay if I try for my IT jobs parallelly, or what's the scenario here?
Okay, so you have still 2 years of LMI, 2 years of PGWP still
Yeah, yeah,
valid, right?
yeah.
And with 1 year of work experience, you are getting 451, correct?
450, let's say.
Yeah, 450. So, and that's assuming that you max out your IELTS 8777.
If I do, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Okay. So falling short by 50 points. Now with 2 years of my suggestion would be don't go for LMIA.
Okay.
Because I would still suggest you to go for IT job only, because an IT job you can get paid more, and you can accumulate 25 and 15. You can accumulate 40 more points for the next a couple of years, so safer side. That will bring you closer to the, and also with an IT job, you will also have potential opportunity to get a Ontario nomination.
Oh, yeah. That's one of my questions too. Yeah.
Yeah, so Ontario nomination, since you have 2 years of time, don't go for low wage LMI. The problem with low wage LMI is you can't work any of the IT job. You will have to stick with that employer till the time you become a PR, at least for the next 2 years.
2 years. Oh,
Yeah, see, remember LMIs are several types. You also guys have to understand LMIs, not every LMI gives you 50 points. Only PR stream LMIs give you 50 points.
what
Okay,
about the
if
low wage thing?
no, LMIs have low wage, median wage, high wage, but the program, LMI program, there are several LMI programs, ad-based LMI program, PR LMIA, Global Talent Stream LMIA, IEC LMIA, IMP LMIA. There are several LMIAs. Only PR Stream LMIAs will give you 50 points.
Okay.
Any other LMIA will still give you 50 points, but they ask you documentation from that employer,
Okay.
confirming that you will be with that employer at least for the next 1 year after you become a PR. But if employer doesn't give that letter, you won't get the 50 points.
That's the thing. Yeah, but
So,
in my
so you
case, he
have to
said
figure out,
yes to
Deepa, you
all.
as well, you have to figure out whether it is an ad-based LMIA or
Ad
a,
based.
ad-based LMIA won't give you 50 points.
Oh,
It will only help you to get a work permit, closed work permit. Only PR stream LMIs give you 50 points without need of employer support. But any other employer, LMI will get you 50 points, but they need additional documentation from the employer, and employer
documentation
might not agree to give you additional
on
documentation
the
unless.
financial documents. Yeah.
So you have to, for your case, Teja, I don't suggest you to go for LMIA. You still have ample amount of time. Try to get an IT job, make more money in IT job. 6 months before your PGWP expires, since you will make money, in the worst case, you can spend this money to get an LMIA, right?
At the end.
That is a better option than compromising on your career for the next 2 years, going for a low wage LMIA, working in a non-IT job, etc. Yeah. Since you have time, if you don't have time, I would have suggested whatever I suggested for Deepa as well. But you do have ample time. You can accumulate the points in an IT job. You can get an Ontario nomination as well. Potential possibility is there, right? You can also get your express entry PR as well. If you have a job with Ontario employer, you might also get capital capital worker stream PNP, which is an
Human
express entry
capitals.
human capital stream,
Okay.
capital priority stream. There are several other programs possible for you. So your gates are not closed yet. You have lots of potential pathways for PR.
Yeah.
Don't accept LMA. That is my advice.
Yeah, but the only thing that I'm very tentative about is the CRS score. Like it's been so high for the past 6 or 7 draws, right?
You have a lot of time, no? You don't have to be
Let's see.
worried. The scores will come down.
Just chill.
For sure,
Right?
the scores will come down for sure. Meanwhile, you keep working on the job, keep focusing on your career, get an IT job. If there is an employer support, apply for ONP. If you're 450 plus, you might have possibility human capital priority stream. right? Other
Yeah.
possibilities are that if you go for LMI now, then your hands are tied. You will be under closed work permit. You can't do anything except working for that employer.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Mohan?
Hi, hello, sir.
Yeah.
In my case, for what is like my work permit, PGWP is going to expire on end of August this year.
Okay.
Right now, my CRS score is 440,
Mm-hmm.
and my employer is ready to support me. And by the August, I gonna get one more year, like 2 years experience, so that I gonna add few more points to my score.
25
The
more.
thing, yeah, 25 more.
Mm.
The thing is, when I talk to my employer, they are ready to support me whatever the pay they can. Like, as of my knowledge, I know there is only right now I had only option for LMIA. So I asked them, I said them, mentioned them about LMIA and how it's gonna be. Like, they are not aware of this process.
Mm.
So right now they said like they're gonna contact their legal team and they're gonna get back to me. But they are ready to support me. Like, I just want to have few suggestions. Are there any other options or how to
Mm.
call with the alumni?
Mm. So you need support in getting the LMIA for your employer. Is that what you're saying?
Is the only the LMA is the only option or is there any other options? Because I
For
have
your
a lot of,
CRS score, did you max out IELTS?
no,
If you get 8777 magic
uh,
score, what is
I
the
got
score you are going to get?
490.
Oh, then that's in control. You can try to get no. Why do you have to depend on LMIA?
And because I gonna write for IELTS for sure, but I have less time, right? Like till August. So
Hmm.
still, I don't think if the draws are less, I don't think it's gonna be dropped down below 500. Maybe 490 will might be the risk too. Maybe by the second half of the
No,
year.
490 is never going to be risk. Anything above 480, you will have high chance of getting express entry PNPs. What is
Yeah.
your profession?
I'm a IT professional. I tier one job.
Which role?
Uh, cyber security analyst.
Yeah, cybersecurity. So the last um, express entry PNP draw cutoff was 476. The tech
Yeah.
STEM category draw was 483.
Yeah,
So
but
anything
it's not
above,
regular draw, right? Like it's gonna like I was seeing like whenever the express entry draw tech has done, then only it's been like the even the PNB stem draw has been taken. Like it's last year it was only twice, like July
yeah,
or
it
in
means you
December.
have the next 8 months of time. So many draws will happen, and you will be able to uh, get invitation from any one of the draw, assuming you get good score in IELTS. But if you are not able to get good score in IELTS, all this strategy will not work out because you can't go nearer to 470s or 480s if you don't get 8777. So you have to see whether you are able to get that score or not. So if you're able to get that score, I will suggest not to go for LMI.
Okay.
And you have 8 months of time. In these 8 months, any one of these draw, you will easily be able to get invitation.
Yeah.
But if you feel you can't get 8777, then there is no other option except for going for LMI.
Okay. Like you suggest like there is a LMI option for PR, right? I need to go through only that.
It depends. Like um, employers sponsor LMIAs? They don't want to become a free bird, right? So most of the employers never sponsor you a PR stream LMIA.
Hmm.
They will always sponsor you an ad-based LMIA
Okay.
so that you won't become a free bird after getting the LMIA, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
But
So
they are
that
offering me without any condition. Like they didn't say like I need to work for 1 year or 2 years under their company. because they
Yes.
required me, like they are like want willing to like support me, like because they need me.
Yeah. So if they're cooperative, then it's all right. You can ask them to go for PR stream LMIA.
Okay.
But but my gut feel is they're also not dumb people. They
Yeah.
want you to for a longer period, right? So to
Mm.
have you a longer period, because the minute you get PR in the next 6 months after getting 50 points from LMIA, you will become a free bird. What is the
Mm.
benefit they get? They don't get any benefit. They can't even recover the LMIA charges that they will incur. You'll end up spending about $10,000 to $12,000 only for LMIA sponsorship,
Okay.
for all legal charges, LMIA fees, documentation charges, etc., etc., etc. Right? So they
Mm.
might most probably sponsor you an ad-based LMIA so
Okay.
that you can with them at least for the next 2 years, and then you can figure out your PR in these 2 years.
It's like apart from application fee, they need to spend more amount for the documentation in the sense what is.
Well, some lawyer has to do all this process, no? So lawyers
Yeah.
charge at $5,000 per LMIA.
Okay. Like they
Yeah.
they had their own, that's what they said, like they have their own lawyers and everything.
Mm.
So I also suggested that whether I need to contact a immigration lawyer or someone.
Mm.
Like they said, nothing is required because they already did this process before also. So
LMIA sponsorship, but if I were you, I will go for LMIA after trying IELTS.
yeah, okay,
Yeah, go maybe like 4 5 months before your expiry.
okay,
Yeah, not now. Keep trying IELTS. If you get good score, then you can work. But if they are very flexible in sponsoring you LMIA in whatever way you want, then go for PR stream LMIA.
okay, sure.
Yeah, Jennifer.
Hi, sir.
Hi.
Uh, Actually, my PR is expiring this May 24th. So I'm working in a restaurant as assistant manager. And before my owner, like she said, she will be giving my LMIA. But after seeing the document, she said like she cannot provide those documents. So I'm now left with like what to do kind of situation. So
So your PR is expiring or PGWP is expiring?
PGWP.
Okay. When
Uh,
is it
yeah.
expiring?
This May 24th.
Are you active in the express entry pool?
I have to create an express entry pool because I have just given my IELTS and the result is not yet out. So I'm
Okay.
waiting for it to come.
So what is the rough score you are going to get?
If I'm getting like 777 or 6777, some kind of thing, my score will be around like 470,
Hmm.
470 to 465. Yeah,
If you max out IELTS 8777, how much score you will
it
get?
will be around like 475 to 480.
Okay. What is your profession?
I was in logistics, but now I'm working in a restaurant as assistant
Okay.
manager. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. So what are the options you have? Is your restaurant ready to sponsor you an LMIA?
No, they are not. Before she
Well,
said like she's gonna do, but she's not ready to provide some of the documents. She said she's not comfortable doing that, so
hmm.
she backed off. Yeah,
Okay. So LMIA gates are closed from your current employer. Are you married or single?
I'm single, sir.
Okay. So then the first option you won't get anything. Um, okay. Then you have to end up spending money. You have to first because see everything is based on CRS score. I'm surprised you are not in express entry pool till today. Because that decides what should be your strategy.
Yeah,
Because
because
for
I
four.
thought like she's gonna provide me the LMIA. She said like she's gonna do it like before 6 months or 5 months. So I thought like I can do it after the LMIA thing is up. Then I thought of putting the express entry. So now she's backed off and everything is like kind of collapsed. So I'm not sure like what I'm gonna do now.
Yeah, because even if you max out IELTS, you are saying you will get around 470, which is not sufficient for a general draw. So
Yeah.
you still need LMIA support. So
So what can
say
I
for
do for LMI? Mhm.
you have to approach another restaurant.
Okay.
Approach another restaurant to see if they can sponsor LMI. Most of the restaurants sponsor LMIs without taking money because they need people who can stay with them for longer period. But they might ask you for a commitment at least for
Okay.
2 to 3 years if they sponsor LMIA. So you give that commitment to them and
Hmm.
then try to get LMI. Otherwise, you don't have much options.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or else,
Okay, sir.
if anybody is selling LMIA, 50 point LMIA for your
Hmm.
PR, take it by paying money.
Hmm.
Generally, for restaurant jobs, the LMIAs are around 20 to 30,000 Canadian dollars.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the only option, even if you max out your IELTS.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, sir. Then. Thank
yeah.
you.
Amsi,
Hello, sir. Good evening.
good evening.
So my case is a bit different. So I my work permit is expired. So
Oh, work
I
permit
applied
already,
for yes, sir.
your work permit already expired?
Yes, yeah. But as you said, the four options. I applied for a visitor visa.
Hmm.
So before getting my work permit expired, I was in the pool with a score of 464.
Hmm.
But I could not max out the score in speaking and writing, so I could not increase the score. So before that, before my work permit expired, I thought of the option of LMI, but my manager did not accept.
Hmm.
So uh, after I contacted the boss, but it's too late. So but now he accepted that he's gonna give LMI. So, can we do the process, LMI process, after the work permit is expired?
Yeah, you can do it.
Okay, he does not know any process about LMI, and neither me. So, what kind of LMI we choose? We already applied in the federal side. So, on the federal side, I applied for unnamed LMIA with low wage working. So, it's the best option, or I need to go with the PR stream?
You cannot apply. The employer has to apply.
Yeah, the employer only is gonna apply, but he has very little knowledge about it. So I
Okay.
was beside him when he was applying.
Yeah, you can apply. You can apply for anything. Like I would suggest go for only PR stream LMIA. That way you can get 50 points immediately.
But the another downside is I live in Quebec. In Quebec, you can claim points, 50 points.
So the work experience is in Quebec.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Quebec complicates the. mm, yeah, since it is the. So the points, whatever you are claiming, are based on the work experience in Quebec, is it? For work
Yes,
experience.
sir.
Okay. So yeah, so then you can't get those 40 points. Your points will reduce. The 50 points you will get it. No problem with that. But for CEC, those do you have any past back home experience also?
Yeah, I do have.
How many years?
I have like 9 months, but I think it does not count.
9 months does not count. Had you have India experience, then we can file your express entry profile based on the India experience and claim CEC only for 1560 hours. Then in such case, the experience in Quebec doesn't matter. But if you are going to claim your knock code based on the experience in Quebec, then those won't count for a normal express entry. You have to apply for a different PR, not using the express entry, because work experience in Quebec doesn't count for express entry if you don't have FSW. Had you have FSW experience, then this would not have been problem. So these 50 points for you, see, for you now you are out of status. So the first primary goal is to get your status faster. So try to get LMIA and try to get PR support LMIA, and then immediately apply for work permit also. That way you can maintain your status for that employer. And then adding 50 points, apply for PR under Quebec stream.
Yeah. And as I was previous employee, like I was out of status before that I was working. So
Hmm.
do I need to do the advertising? Like the employer need to do the advertising?
Yeah, they need to do the advertising. All non-technical LMIs, they need to run 6 weeks of ad in job bank. Only then you have to submit your LMI application. Without 6 weeks of job ad running, you cannot. That is the minimum criteria.
Okay. And I can apply by the time, like to the for the, as you know, the Quebec process. I already submitted an unnamed LMI in the low wage category stream, and for the Quebec I need to submit to the in the Arima portal. So
Yeah.
I did it in the federal, but I did not upload the document. So the document list consisting of what kind of documents, sir?
See, LMIA is issued by ESDC. It has nothing to do with Quebec.
Okay.
ESDC comes under Service Canada, which is a federal program. Okay. After your LMIA is approved, then if you go for work permit, then the Arima portal comes into picture. But to
Yeah.
get the LMIA, just the federal process is enough.
Yeah, sir. But before I was applying, like I checked the site, so it showed like I need to submit the MiFi and EDSA in parallel.
Hmm.
Like otherwise, it's
Yes,
gonna.
ESDC.
Yeah, if I don't submit in parallel, they said there is a chance of rejection.
No, there won't be any chance of rejection. So what you have to do is, when once the job ad, everything is run, you have to log into your employer portal and then submit your LMI application, and they will discuss. So in the interview, whatever they have with the employer, they will tell you what to do.
Okay.
Okay. They will guide you. If something is missing, they will tell you, hey, you missed this, you also do this step, and then we will review your application again, and then they give the approval. For now, from the employer portal, submitting LMIA to ESDC is more than enough because it's a federal program. Again, and submit that LMIA as a PR stream LMIA.
Okay, not the unnamed, right?
Unnamed is fine. Unnamed is, if you don't want to submit your resume yet, then go for unnamed. When once you apply for unnamed, they also they will ask for an interview. How many LMAs do you need? Why do you need LMAs? What is the wage you are going to give, etc., etc., etc. So there is a formal interview. During that interview, they will tell you what needs to be done. It's a very easy process. Nothing to be worried. They won't reject any of the LMI applications.
Okay, and I need to run the ads before I apply, right?
Yeah, because that is how LMI works. LMI means you have to prove that you are not able to get resource locally, and hence you are bringing resources from outside. So to prove that you did attempt to try to recruit resources locally, you have to prove that you ran the ad for 6 weeks, you have conducted some interviews, you have collected some resumes, and then you are not able to get satisfied with the interview performance of all the local people, and hence they liked your profile, and then they are planning to sponsor you. That is the case they have to establish.
Okay. So actually, like I work as a manager in the restaurant, so I know the most of the things. So we always run a ad on the Indeed. So can I use that as the reference? Like, can I
Job
get?
job bank is needed.
We cannot submit the Indeed postings.
No. Job bank is the primary one that is mandatory. Other job sites is optional.
Okay. So you suggest me to go with the PR stream, right?
Yeah,
LMI. So
correct.
I get points, right? I get how
Yes,
many points, sir?
50 points.
So 50 points, and you are saying like I cannot take into account the Quebec experience.
50 points on top of your existing CRS score. And then when you submit your express entry profile for PR, they ask you to, they don't count your experience. You have to, not in express entry portal, but you have to submit your PR application in a different portal.
Oh, okay.
For express entry, your primary knock code should not be from Quebec. If your primary knock code is from Quebec, you have to submit it in a different PR portal.
What kind of PR portal is it, sir? Like,
There are two PR portals. One is an express entry PR portal, and another is a non-express entry PR portal. So you have to submit in a non-express entry PR portal.
okay, sir. So I think that's all the questions I have for now.
Okay, Bhargavi.
Hi, sir. Uh, I already spoke with you 1 month back. At that time, my score is 445 if I got 8777 score. Presently, I am pursuing 1 year course. This course will end in this April month. At the time, you gave a suggestion to go with another course because you will get another 3 years work permit. PGWP. So, due to the latest announcements, will you suggest me to go for May intake or September intake?
May intake. When are
May,
you completing your course?
April.
Yeah, then go for May intake.
Okay, and so I applied for 2 colleges in Alberta and 2 colleges in Ontario, Humber and Conestoga. So, if and my goal is to get a IT job after completion of my studies. So, if I do, where I want me to do the course in Alberta or in Ontario?
Go for Alberta only
Oh,
because of the cap. Even if you prefer, because I think the cap will come into picture from March. So it is better and safer to apply for course outside Ontario province. Ontario and British Columbia and Newfoundland and Labrador are both fully uh, maximized their cap. So it's not go for Alberta only.
but I got in Alberta only September intake is available, but May intake is almost completed. Everybody is telling like that.
Keep trying. Keep trying. If you need me to search, I can search for good
Yeah,
course in Alberta, but it is possible.
yeah, sure, sir. If you can do it, I will be more helpful.
Yeah.
Happy.
Chandrakala,
Hi, sir. Good evening.
good
Uh,
evening.
yeah. So my case is similar to one of the other the attendee, like I think Surya. I'm working in tier two job currently, which is a retail supervisor,
Okay.
and I'll be finishing my 1 year by February 23rd. I got the offer letter and I think the experience letter too. I completed 1560 hours maybe last week. So my PGWP is expiring in May. So I only have like around 4 months now. And I want to apply for PR. I didn't add my profile to pool yet because I'm waiting for the ECA report from University of Toronto. I still didn't receive it from them. So, like if I add my 1 year experience and with my current IELTS score, I'm getting 481. So I'm still like scared at that point, like because currently the score is going very high, right? And 481 is not even near to that. So I'm worried like if I'll be able to get it or not. So what would you suggest me in this scenario? Like I would anyways add my profile to the express entry based on my experience and whatever IELTS score right now I have. But I didn't get the that highest marks in IELTS. I'm going to reattempt IELTS because my current score is overall 7 with one band less, rest all are 7 and above. So I'm going to take IELTS again, but if I'm like removing that as an option, what are the other options that I have? And also, I want to know about this OINP International Student Stream, which is recently given as an update, right? And I have explained this to my employer. My manager has provided me with the offer letter and the other required letters. I explained about the form which has to be submitted, which is like employer offer letter. But I think it asks details about the organization and the other revenue details, right? I don't think I might get that letter from them, but still I'm trying. But this is my queries. So just help me out, like what are the options that I can go with?
So option one, so let's take up the CRS score. So CRS score, if you max out IELTS
Mm-hmm.
8777, what is the score you are going to get?
I think I'll reach 500 with my like right now the IELTS score which I'm holding, and with my 1 year experience, I am getting 481 points.
Okay,
If
with
I
your
max
current
out in
IELTS,
IELTS, maybe 498 or something like that, I
you
think.
are in good shape. So 481 is good. Um, we have to wait and see what. So you'll definitely get dual degree or masters. Then you're in good shape. Nothing to be. You don't need Ontario nomination. You might not get the sponsorship.
Mhm.
LMIA, you won't be getting it. Employer is not agreeing to support
Yeah, I
for it.
asked for LMI, but they're not supporting because I think it involves more procedure and expenses too, right? So they're not accepting for that.
What is your profession?
Like back home, I have experience in application support, but right now I'm in retail. I'm just working for completing my 1 year experience, but in future I might move to IT.
Okay. Yeah, then I think my suggestion would be just keep trying to max out IELTS. You don't have any other option.
Okay.
Neither LMIA support nor Ontario PNP support. You just have to rely on FSW and CEC under Express Entry. So just try to focus more on IELTS to give some multiple attempts and max out your IELTS score. And that is the easiest way to get your PR. I know IELTS
Okay.
is a bit demotivating factor because people don't like writing multiple attempts,
Right.
but for you there are no other choices, right? Nobody is ready to sponsor you.
What do you prefer? You want me to take IELTS or self-paced? Like, which one would be more?
Self-PP is relatively easier than IELTS.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what, like, other question is the employer form what I was discussing under OINP International Student Stream. So, like, will I be eligible for that if I get the form?
Yeah, if you get this form, you will be eligible. But again, your employer has to meet the employer requirements. As per the employer requirements, they have to have at least $1 million of revenue, and they need to have at least 5 employees on payroll who are
Yeah, I
PR.
think that is met because I work for like bigger store which has
Then I
which is
think,
widely spread in Ontario, Canada, and also in US.
hmm, yeah, if you get your
Okay.
employer form, you can get it. But there is problem with that also because even if they give you employer form, you won't be able to get it before May.
Okay.
Yeah, because you need to get your Ontario nomination confirmation before your PGWP expires.
Okay.
Generally, Ontario takes about 6 months time to process your nominations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so your time won't be sufficient for you.
Okay, so as you suggested in the start of the call, like there are four options where we can opt. Either I can apply for visitor visa once my PGWP expires, before it gets expired, or I can apply for the extension. One thing is like when I applied for my TRV, when I got my PGWP, sorry, I got the TRV till the expiration of my passport, which is till
You
2027.
don't need to apply for visitor visa.
So I don't need to apply. Can I stay back with the same TRV?
Yeah, you can stay.
Oh, okay. That's good then. But I'll still opt for PGWP extension, as you said. Maybe that might give me some more time and hope I get my ITA before that. That's the only possibility I
Yeah,
have.
work out on
IELTS?
IELTS. Yeah,
Okay,
IELTS or
sir.
self.
Yeah, maybe I'll be taking that in next week or like within next 10 days.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I heard the other conversation, so most of the queries were answered by that, but I just wanted to clarify on a few of the other things. So I got the
Okay.
information. Yeah. And also,
Roderick?
like, I want to
Hmm.
uh, attend the other meeting along with you just to confirm on the offer letter I received. I have few queries on that. So I
Hmm.
would be scheduling a call with you. Maybe I'll
Sure.
book an appointment. So I'll
Sure.
contact you again on that.
Okay.
That's all for now, sir. Thank you for your information.
Okay. Roderick?
Hi, sir. Very good evening to you. I am located in Vancouver, and
Hmm.
uh, I have completed about a year of my work permit uh, after graduating from post-secondary education. I have another 2 years to go, and uh, my idea is like I'm going to apply for PR soon. I mean, not very soon because I need to complete 1 year of experience before I can apply. Currently, I
You don't
completed, I
have any
think
back home experience?
I do have back home experience.
Yeah, if you have back home experience, you don't need to wait for 1 year to complete to apply for express entry. With
Sorry,
your back home experience, you can apply.
okay. If I apply with my back home experience for express entry, uh, then I can apply before 30, right?
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I spoke to a lawyer and I was not provided this option.
No, for express entry, all you need is at least 1 year of work experience. If you have work experience back home, that is more than enough. You need to have at least 6 points each in IELTS. That is also a qualifying thing. You need to have at least bachelor's degree. All these are enough for you to qualify for express entry and submit your application. And then once you get your 1 year work experience done, then update your express entry profile and that will automatically bump up your score.
Okay, thank you for that. I just wanted to know because I am applying for my PR, so I have to do my IELTS, and then I'm even planning to take a tech. So I was wondering. Uh, so I'm doing my DELF, right? So that's a French proficiency, right?
Mhm.
So I was like going to apply soon. So like I should do these tests prior to applying so that I can bump up my score. And my question is, um, like just like I have another 2 years to my work permit. So does it affect the status of my work permit if I start applying for my PR before it
No,
expires?
it won't apply. You are already late in applying for express entry. So you should not further delay the process. It won't affect your PGWP at all. You can go ahead and submit.
Before 30. So they even take into consideration the birth date.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Okay.
It's not at all a problem. Go ahead and submit. Whether it is 30 or 31 doesn't really matter. See, 30 means you will lose 5 points. That's it. But you should not stop submitting your application.
Okay. I'm kind of new to this process, but I will definitely do that. And if I have to go through this route, do I need to worry about any misgivings?
No, nothing to be worried. Your PGWP will be safe till it is expires. You can submit your PR application at any point of time. Nobody can stop that because it's a federal program. And as and when your status changes, or you get more certificates, or you get more experience, you can keep updating your express entry profile. That would automatically increase your CRS score. And you just have to wait for draws to happen.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Zahid?
Hi, sir. I just have a query regarding my PR. I have one year work permit left. Unfortunately, I was doing only just tier four. Now, what are my chances of getting a PR?
So you are on PGWP, which is expiring in a year.
Yes, for next February 2025, it's gonna expire.
Okay. Are you on? Are you in the pool right now?
No, I'm not in the pool.
Okay. What is your CRS score you can get? Did you calculate?
Uh, uh, Close to 440 with IELTS 7.
Close to 440 with IELTS 7.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
If you get 8,777 in IELTS, what is the score you'll get?
So close to 480, I believe so.
And you are in tier 4 job, right?
Yeah, tier four, yeah.
Okay. And what is your tier 4 is a profession, so you'll be eligible only for general draw. General draw 480 is a bit 50-50 chance. Because you can't get PNPs also. Which province are you in?
Ontario.
Ontario. Yeah. Yeah, you have to max out your IELTS. If you max out your IELTS, you're saying 484. You have no other choice. You have to try for LMIA only.
Okay.
And did your employer agree to sponsor you for
I don't
Ontario
think so.
PN?
They're gonna. No, I don't think so. They're gonna sponsor because I work for Nestle. That's a big
Oh,
chain, right? But I
yeah.
don't think so. They're gonna offer any sort of paperwork for my PR, unfortunately.
So if Ontario is ruled out, then the only way is wait till end of this year. If you don't
Okay.
find any other pathways, then you have to go for LMIA. But otherwise, maxing out
So
your IELTS,
what LMI is it suggestible? Is it like ad-based LMI or a PR? Which one is the?
always PR support LMIA. Then
Okay.
only you get points immediately and get your PR.
Okay.
So max out your IELTS and then get your LMIA till end of this year. Wait till the end of this year and then go for LMIA option. Till the end of this year, we'll wait for some draws to happen. Sometimes some programs might change. We'll wait for our luck. And if not, keep working on your IELTS till end of this year, and then we'll figure out.
Okay. So if I get an LMI with somebody, so that's kind of a closed work permit, right?
Yeah,
So I can only work for that employer, right? I
yeah,
cannot work for any other employer, right?
yeah, correct.
Yeah,
Approach those
mostly.
people by paying money to give a PR support LMI.
Okay. I heard, I'm not sure, I may be wrong. So most of the employer LMIs are in the restaurant manager, or something like in the retail store or something like these stuff, or is it something related to IT as well?
IT also. Is your
Okay, so
job IT? You said
no, no,
not
I'm
for
no, yes, yes, yes.
IT LMIS also many companies give it. You can
Yeah,
easily get that.
okay, okay. Yeah, but I have my TRV till my passport expiry. Is it equivalent to the visitor visa, or still if I'm out of status, I need to still apply for a visitor visa?
No, that will be valid.
That's valid for to stay in the country.
Yeah, yeah. You can stay in the country.
I can go out and I can come back anytime, right?
Yes, yes.
But at the point of at the port of entry, if they ask me like so what's your current status in Canada? So is
They don't ask
do I,
the status. They will ask purpose of the visit.
okay, 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 okay.
They will ask why are you entering Canada. You can say I'm to meet a friend or to attend a wedding or to see Niagara Falls or any visitor location. You just
So I
have
can
to tell
stay
a
for
valid.
6 months.
Yeah,
Okay, 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 okay. Yeah. So you say I need to wait till this year end, right?
yeah, that's
And
right.
max
Don't
out
go.
my IELTS score.
Yeah. Whatever is in our control, always try to get maxed out. Only when there is no other control, you have to look for different options.
How about moving a province?
No, it's
That
not
works
going
or
to
not?
be 1 year of work experience. It's never going to work out.
Okay.
Not 1 year of work experience, 1 year of PGWP
Work for
remaining. It's not going to work out. Nobody is going to sponsor you.
okay, okay, okay. So only those are my queries. Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, sir. Good evening. This is Narmada.
Yeah, Narmada.
Yeah, I spoke to you last week, sir. But
Mhm.
I two questions. So first one is I'm working as a business intelligence analyst. So 2 years. What will be my knock code? Because prior to that, like 2016 knock, it was 2131 or 32, like database analyst and that code. But now, since knock codes are revised, it is business intelligence analyst. So 21221.
No, 21221. No, it is 21223. Business intelligence analyst comes under database analyst and database administrator.
But in the recent knock code, sir, like they have given the exact title saying that business intelligence analyst hyphen information technology as 21221.
Business intelligence analyst. Business intelligence analyst is showing as tier 4 code 41401.
No, sir, in 21221, it shows as under business system specialist, it shows as 21221, and exact title they have given as business intelligence analyst hyphen information technology.
See, don't blindly go with the role name. Okay,
Yes.
go with the roles and responsibilities. So, from my knowledge, business intelligence analyst is more or less like the person who creates the dashboards using Power BI and Excel and Tableau, right?
Yeah, yeah, sir.
Yeah, so it comes under more or less a data analyst.
Yes.
So it is 21223, whatever what is the start 21223. Yeah. So you can still write the name as business intelligence analyst, but the responsibilities should be matching to a typical data analyst that you worked on creating dashboards, you worked on cleaning up Excel data, you worked on designing the charts and graphs in Power BI, put that to tool. So responsibilities are more important. Name can be anything,
Yes,
but
sir.
they always have responsibilities.
Yes, sir. The only thing, like most of the thing, like we would be doing with the database, analyzing and everything. So, uh, my Indian experience was like they give the titles as application team lead or something. So the roles are okay with database analyst, but when these knock codes are revised, And my title here says exactly business intelligence analyst. So will there be any issue in applying? Like, will I get a question saying like your title is business intelligence analyst, and we revised it as 21221? Then why are you saying as 21223?
It is
Oh,
always given. I don't see any issue at all. It is always
yes.
based on your responsibilities, whatever you describe in the reference letter, not based on the name.
Okay, sir. Yeah. So suddenly I changed in the express entry as 21221 when someone suggested that no, your title isn't 21221.
No,
So
no, don't
sure, sir.
worry.
Yeah, sir. And right now my CRS score is 466 with 1 year, without maxing the IELTS.
Hmm.
And after 2 years, like in February, I'm at 479.
Okay.
Maxing IELTS is taking to 493.
Then it's in your control. Go for it.
Sure, sir. So my spouse, like we have a work permit expiry until next year.
Hmm.
My spouse is working as a cook. So is it okay, like an employer in Deep River is ready to hire him, but he's asking, do you need an LMIA or PNP in my husband case? Because I'm applying as a single applicant, not including my husband.
But does he has an SOWP status now?
Yes, he has until next year, 2025 March.
Yeah, if he has an SOWP status now, his status will be valid till the time your PGWP expires. Whether
Sure,
you
sir.
apply as a family application or a single application doesn't matter. His status is safe till the time your PGWP expires. So
Okay.
only if you have submitted your application as a single application and if your PGWP status expires, so if his SOWP status also expires, then you need an LMIA.
Sure, sir. But is it the right time my husband can go there? Because at least to establish a relationship between employer and employee for 1 year, so that if time goes out, like expiry is nearing, then he can give a closed work permit to my husband so that I can get the extra time.
Yeah. So currently you can tell them that you don't need any LMIA. We can work
Yes.
with the current SOWP status. When the status is nearing completion, then you can advise him to go for LMIA.
When we need an LMI, sir, like is it in November or December?
When is yours expiring?
March 2025.
Then he need in either Jan or February.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Any conditions that we need to check from employer and sir, like if he says like initially you said that employer might not be ready when your expiry is nearing. So what we need to check whether an employer is like really saying that he will support us at the end of the year?
Yeah, you need to start your LMIA process 3 months before your expiry. So if it
Okay.
is expiring in the next May, then start the process from Jan-Feb itself. Your
Okay.
employer has to get all the documentation ready, get his employer file approved, and then submit the LMI application, run the ads for 6 weeks. All this paperwork will be there. So
Sure,
that
sir.
he will get the LMI approved by the time his work permit expires.
Okay. Sir. And one last question, like since there is a visa, like there are new rules for visitor visa saying that you can apply for work permit until Feb 2025. Is it a closed work permit, sir? Like, is it an LMIA work permit?
SOWP.
No, sir. Actually, there is a rule for visitors, right? Like for visitor visa holders,
Oh, so
saying that.
that won't apply for him. So that is visitor visa to work permit conversion. So that
Okay.
if you have an employer, you don't really need a visitor visa.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, guys. Have a nice day.